What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great week. Set 15 just dropped. I'm going to give you guys my initial reaction to it. We'll talk about it for a little bit. And hopefully these Datacrons are going to start to chill out, because I feel like the last two sets may have been the most OP, like two sets at one given time. It's just my opinion, but hopefully these Datacrons start to chill out. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's look at the stats. What do we have? Crit chance, crit avoidance, accuracy, armor pen, offense, crit damage, crit... Okay. Okay, so it starts to repeat at crit chance, right? Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6 stats. Okay, good. I don't know how many stats we typically have on average for Datacron sets, but typically, I remember I've seen some where we have like 8, and that's just terrible. 6 is, I think, a really fair number. Armor pen, offense, crit damage. Those are your best 3, I think. Crit avoidance might actually be really good. Crit avoidance might actually be really good for some cases, but I think your two poor stats here are going to be accuracy and crit chance. Obviously, there's going to be some characters that find a use for those, but alright, so those are our stats. Let's look at alignment here. Alright, let's take a look at the dark side and light side. Allies evade attacking and offense up. At the start of the encounter, allies gain 50% max health for each other ally. Oh, the Bulkrons are back. It feels like we just got rid of these, right? Like, weren't these around, like, at the end of last year? Well, I mean, it's already May, holy moly. So, yeah, 6 months, okay. Never mind. It feels like December was, like 6 weeks ago. It's crazy how fast the year has gone by. Okay. Whenever they evade, accuracy of invasion down enemies. Okay. The start of the turn, each for the potency one. Okay. So I think the biggest ones are Boltkrons. This sucks because you got characters like Lord Vader that are going to be just supercharged again. Because like I said, Lord Vader is just a stat fiend. Bane, Leia with bulk is going to be insane. Rey with bulk is going to be insane. I mean, you're probably still going to use the Bane Cron, but like Bane's going to transition from like his Cron straight to a stat Cron. So without even looking at the factions, this already feels like it's going to be like a really important, like, get a lot of level 3s kind of a set. So that's good to know, I guess. Let's look at the factions now. Gungans, wow. Galactic Republic, Inquisitors, First Order. Okay, First Order kind of feels like it's out of left field, but they haven't had one in a while, so I'm okay with that. Inquisitors, it feels like they always have one. You know, they have the UFU tag, they have the Empire tag. It feels like they're always going to get it. So let's take a look at the Gungans real quick. I don't have Gungans personally, so you know, I'm not really going to do much with these. But we'll take a look how broken Gungans are going to be. I'm just looking at the screen here. There's a lot of words in that first one, so I'm just going to assume that's going to be the best one. So, whenever Gungan ally is damaged or the allied shield generator lose stacks of plasma shielding, remove 1 stacks of recharge from all allied shield generators. Whenever an allied shield generator uses plasma pulse to spell all debuffs from all Gungan allies. I'm going to just assume this is really good. If an enemy's already inflicted with plasma residue, reduce 100% turn meter, days, stagger, and stun them for 1 turn. That's kind of nuts. See, this is what I don't like about new factions and Datacrons. It's like, it's so hard to tell how this faction's going to behave, like, long-term, because they're new. We don't know how they're going to behave with their GAC Omis or anything like that with Jar Jar. We don't know how they're going to do in TW once Jar Jar comes in, because Jar Jar's so new. And then now it's like, we're going to get Datacrons, so they're already good, and now they're just going to be, like, you know, even better, I suppose. Whenever an ally gains a... I'm reading the second one now. Oh wait, hold on, no. Let me go back to the first one. Whenever a Gungan ally deals damage to a debuffed enemy, you also do 5% max health damage to that enemy. This can't defeat enemies. That's, I mean, it looks good. I mean, you know, the line before, you're inflicting daze, stagger, and stun for 1 turn, so that's already 15% max health. Just from this Datacron one. And we all know they do plenty of debuffs, so... Alright, let's move on. Whenever an ally gains buff, all allies gain 2%. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. That's one of my favorite ones. Whenever an ally... I mean, for other factions, not for Gungans, but, you know. Whenever allies target another... Okay, so the stat... the 5% stat stacking... I can't speak right now. The first time Gungan allies fall below damage immunity. Damage immunity is also another good one. I could see Gungans doing getting the damage immunity one, because that one can be kind of annoying. I remember that one was on Inquisitors. Hut Cartel had it. So that's another good one to have. Whenever a debuffed expires on allies, but no. So I think your two choices are going to be the paragraph, the novel, the essay, whatever you want to call it, and then the damage immunity. That's it's pretty good. All right, Galactic Republic. This one kind of scares me because Galactic Republic is very, very strong, and Queen Amidala is coming out with this conquest, so we'll see. Whenever a Galactic Republic ally with protection up assist, if there are no enemies with protection disruption, inflict protection disruption. That's really good. Which can't be evaded or dispelled for one turn. That's insanely good. So here's the crazy part. Just because I'm a little bit biased, my mind goes straight to Bad Batch. I don't know if Bad Batch, I can't remember. Does Omega give protection up or bonus protection? I don't remember. But if you could get Omega to just zip out protection disruption, that'd be kind of nuts, right? Like actually crazy. While Galactic Republic allies have protection up, they have 50% accuracy, counter chance, crit damage, and they ignore taunt. So basically, JMK ult without the ult. Okay, so he's going to be a real pain. JMK is going to be a real pain. Kelleran Beck too. Oh my gosh, Kelleran Beck is that dude's gonna be a menace for a long time, guys. At the end of each turn, Galactic Republic allies recover 50%. Okay, so the protection recovery based on damage. Whenever Galactic Republic, the ability block. Okay. At the start of the turn, if not, okay. Here's an interesting one. At the start of each turn, if a non-galactic legend Galactic Republic ally have 50% more turn meter. Damage. Oh, it's the damage reduction one. That's dude, how are you gonna kill Padme? Like, how are we gonna kill Padme? Like, the damage reduction one is kind of, I think that's kind of the one you might want to go for. Not Padme. I keep saying Padme. Queen Amidala. Oh man, I wonder if her summon is gonna count as a Galactic Republic ally. Probably not, right? Because it's just a summon. I don't think it has, like, any faction tags or anything. Yeah, it probably won't, but I'm like, dude, how are we gonna kill her? Because she's just kind of good. Whenever you attack out of turn, 25% chance. Okay, so, yeah, so damage reduction is back. I would say the three you're gonna want to go for, definitely the first one, Protection Disruption. I think that's new. I don't think we've had that one before. That's really good. Ability block, not a bad choice either. Kind of randomly throwing out ability block, you know, kind of helps, but it's not a bad one. It's usable. And then obviously the damage reduction one is the GOAT. So damage reduction and the new one are probably the two you're going to want to go for. Let's take a look at Inquisitors. Whenever an Inquisitor ally inflicts Stack of Purge, okay, the stacking one. So these are probably all the same. Whenever a Stack of Purge is consumed or dispelled, enemy expels from one turn. This one feels new. Or maybe it was a set one and it hasn't come back in a while. No, this one feels new. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I think we've had an Inquisitor one. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy, inflicted with a Stack of Purge, a random other Inquisitor ally says, no, this one does sound new. Dealing 5% bonus damage per Stack of Purge, and then they inflict a Stack of Purge to target enemy which can't be evaded. Sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to use Inquisitors to beat JMK again in TW, possibly even in JC. Yeah, because Galactic Republic is gonna be kind of hard to deal with right now. Whenever an ally deals damage to an enemy and there's no other, the marked one. Okay, so we'll get the marked one back. Can't be revived. That's pretty good. So we got marked, can't be revived. The random blind. The blind one's actually really good. It's just too bad that it's on Inquisitors because they kind of already do blind with Eighth Brother. But this one's kind of good. Whenever they start the turn with fewer than 2 debuffs, they gain 50% turn meter. Wow, Inquisitors kind of just have good ones. I think the I think the best ones are going to be the first one, and then the Camper Revived. But they're all good. So Inquisitors, like, even though you may not get the one you want, I feel like you're pretty safe with your level 6 because these are all usable. Yeah, these aren't bad. These aren't bad at all. All right, let's take a look at First Order. Holy moly. Jeez. I feel like I need a degree to read this one and understand what it does. Wow, there's a lot of text. Whenever First Order ally scores a critical hit, the leader gains 10% offense stacking. Dude, Phasma is going to be cracked again. Absolutely cracked, guys. Holy moly. Until the end of the encounter. The leader scores a critical hit, they gain additional 10% offense. Dude, SLKR too. I mean, obviously everyone's probably SLKR, but Phasma and TW? That team's gonna be cracked. All other first order allies recover 15% health and protection. Whenever the leader uses an ability, remove 1% turn meter from all other first order allies. Interesting. Oh my god. That's nuts. Dude. SLKR in defense? Maybe? Whenever first order allies lose turn meter, they gain 10% crit damage stack over 2 turns. So, for those who don't know why losing 1% turn meter is a big deal, when you're using SLKR and you gain turn meter, all dark side allies have their health and protection reduced by like 10%. So that's why when you go in Conquest and you get all those turn meter data discs, like all of a sudden your first order team, like they take a bunch of turns, right? Because they're getting all this turn meter, but then like their health bar just becomes this like little green brick. So the reverse happens when you lose turn meter. When you lose turn meter with SLKR, you stack health and protection. Like you become unkillable almost. So that's kind of nuts. Jeez Louise. Even I'm gonna even say setting Phasma lead with SLKR on the team for TW. I think that might be a defensive team. Could be wrong, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy, right? And it's a Bolt Cron meta too, so SLKR is going to be just unkillable, guys. Let's continue reading this one. Where do we leave off? Whenever a first order ally attacks a stunned enemy, they deal 10% max health damage to that enemy. This damage can't be fitness. I mean, that's just good. Whenever a leader is not damaged whenever the leader is not damaged during an enemy turn, if there are no allies with damage immunity, a random first order like what? Hold on, let me process this. So whenever the leader is not damaged during the enemy's turn, so like let's say you're running SLKR and you got Crew or you got Faust up there, right? If there are no allies with damage immunity, a random first order ally gains damage immunity for 1 turn. So what if, like... No, okay, it can't hop around. It has to be... There could only be one person with damage. Okay, I was just like, what if they keep hitting Crew? But that's insane. That just adds a whole nother layer of RNG to screw people over. Yeah, no, SLKR and Phasma on defense sounds awesome. Alright, what else do they have? They have the buff one. Ooh, they have the 400% offense gain. That's another good one. So if you don't get the, you might want to get both, actually. Hold on. You might want to get both. You might want to get both of these. And I'll tell you why in a second. Let me keep reading these ones. Whenever first order allies stun an enemy, they gain speed up. Okay, so that one's alright. At the start of the battle, game returns can be dispelled. That's such an old one. Okay, so here's why you want to get both. Because you can split off SLKR with like Night Sisters, okay? You can run Phasma lead first order, and then SLKR can gain the defense one, or the offense equal to defense one, for SLKR Night Sisters, or SLKR Sith Empire. We've even seen that a couple times, but yeah, you're gonna want to get both. There's not a number 1 or number 2 here. They're both equally important. We're definitely gonna get both. All right, so let's go to the characters now. Jar Jar actually got one. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not outside the Gungan tag, but I mean, like, I mean, okay. Whenever hold on, without reading, I'm not looking. I'm gonna guess that he's going to have something that increases his chance to get that insta-kill. I called it in my video when I read Jar Jar's kit. I bet you he's going to have something. So, let's take a look. Whenever Binks inflicts debuff, or inflicted with a debuff, he gains 10% turn meter. Okay, when he assists, they shock the enemy for 1 turn. Inflicting with plasma residue. Otherwise, apply a stack of frustration at the start. So this is like a little jump start to his, kind of what he does, that's really good. They inflict accuracy down, evasion down. Okay, if all allies are Gungans at the start of the battle, whenever Jar Jar Binks evades an attack, a random enemy's cooldowns are increased by 1 turn, and a random Gungan allies are decreased by 1 turn. So, okay, so nothing about the instant defeat. Okay. The turn meter's good. I think the jump start on the frustration's not bad. I think the true power of this ability is just the fact that he's going to be increasing a random character's cooldowns almost all the time and decreasing a random ally's cooldowns. And, I mean, the reason that's good is because it's going to be random. It's unpredictable. And there's not going to be a consistent string of counters, I think, that are going to work. I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 hard counters to Gungans at some point, but the random RNG of this is going to be just a pain in the ass to deal with. I could totally see this like triggering and hitting like the one character you need to get an ability off every single time, even though it's random. I could totally see it just bad RNG after bad RNG. Boss Nass, let's see. Whenever he dispels the weakest Gungan ally gains 5% max protection, stacking until the end of the encounter. Okay, more protection's good, I guess. Remove 1 stack of recharge from the allied shield generator. Whenever the enemy is inflicted with plasma residue or frustration, they are blind for 1 turn. Oh wow, that's kind of nifty. It's almost like a level 6 built into his level 9. The first time the allied shield generator's plasma shields reaches opposite residue, reaches 0, it recovers 10 stacks. Oh wow, you get a savior too. Kinda like a mini savior. That's kind of cool. Whenever another ally uses the ability on their turn, Tarpal's assist. And keep in mind, we have 3v3 coming up. I don't see Gungans doing much in 3s. Maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, I think they're just going to be they're primarily going to be a 5v5 team, in my opinion. Bombardier gains turn meter whenever you use special ability in the turn. Phalanx, whenever damage, reflect damage. Okay. Alright, Padawan Obi-Wan. Oh my god. Probably the biggest level 9 ever. So this is the exclusive one, I believe. Right? Like this has to be the exclusive one. Dude, this is like a leader and a unique all wrapped in one. Alright, well, let's read it, I guess. At the start of the encounter, Padawan Obi-Wan gains 100% counter chance until the end of the encounter whenever, and that's just for him being there. Whenever he evades an attack, he recovers 20% health and protection. Whenever he attacks on a turn, he deals true damage to the target enemy, which can't be evaded. Oh my god. Whenever a turn meter is removed from an enemy, thanks to Queen Amidala, Padawan Obi-Wan gains foresight for 1 turn at the start of each Galactic Republic ally's turn. If Padawan Obi-Wan has a stack of heal over time, which Queen Amidala does, he gains 20% offense. If he has a stack of protection over time, he gains 20% defense penetration for 1 turn. Percent? Jesus, God. Doubled if there's an active handmaiden decoy. Sure, of course. Why wouldn't there be? Whenever a Galactic Republic ally falls below 50% health for the first time or is defeated, Padawan Obi-Wan takes a bonus turn, resets levels cooldowns, removes 10% turn meter from... removes 10% turn meter and removes an additional 10% turn meter for each amplifier level that ally has from all enemies which can't be resisted. So, hang on. Let me process this. So, somebody dies. Okay. He's going to remove 10% turn meter, and then he's going to remove another 10% turn meter for each relic level. So if they're R7, R8, R9, he's going to remove 100% turn meter. And this can't be resisted. That's... like, you're never going to take turns against Queen Amidala. Alright, let's just go to the next one. I believe this one is Is this Padme Amidala or Queen Amidala? Because Padme says Padme. I wonder if this is a typo. I'm assuming this is just Padme, right? Like, I don't think this is Queen Amidala, but we'll just read it. Whenever a Galactic Republic ally with Courage or Protection Up uses ability, if there is no enemies with Provoked, a random enemy is inflicted with Provoke, which one turn. Provoked is the red retribution, so when you counterattack, you deal 90% less damage, and you take max damage based on their health. Whenever another, or they basically deal damage to themselves, and they're dealing reduced damage, essentially is what it is. Whenever another Galactic Republic ally recovers health or protection, Padme recovers double that amount. Okay. Is she going back with the JMK? She might. Whenever an enemy targets a non-GL Galactic Republic ally protection up while attacking on turn, the damage they receive is reduced to 1. Oh my god. And the attacking enemy is exposed for 1 turn. Wow. That's crazy. So you have the 75% damage reduction and reducing damage to 1 already? Like, dude, that's... JMK is going to be a pain in the butt. Whenever a non-GL Galactic Republic ally resists a debuff, they gain a stack of Courage, and whenever they are inflicted with a debuff, they gain protection off 10% stacking and tenacity up for 2 turns. Okay. That's gonna hurt Inquisitors quite a bit. Tech's got one. Sick. Alright. Whenever Tech uses an ability, they deal bonus damage equal to 50% of their potency. Oh, that's sick. This effect can only trigger if Tech has more than 0% potency. Okay, obviously. That's kind of cool. I mean, he double taps on his basic. So, that's kind of cool. He's got an AoE. I mean, yeah. We'll see what we can do with it. Luminar. The first time Luminar is defeated, they're revived 100% health. Okay, so it's the revived one. Alright, now we're into the Inquisitor ones. Third Sister. Okay. Riva. Whenever any character is defeated, she gains hatred for the rest of the battle until she's defeated. Ooh, that's interesting. Whenever Third Sister has hatred, she also has 100% counter chance crit damage. At the start of Third Sister's turn, all Inquisitor allies with Taunt dispel all debuffs on themselves. Okay, wait, what? Recover 20% max health, max protection, gain 20 speed for 2 turns. I mean, so essentially, her Ninth Sister, I guess? But it's probably gonna be her. So this is a really crazy one for 3v3 because, like, you have to instantly defeat Riva and prevent her from coming back because hatred is the buff that she gets. So whenever any character is defeated, she gains hatred for the rest of the battle or until she is defeated. I mean, like, I mean, she's not, like, immortal, right? But it's just like you have that extra layer you have to jump through now with her. That's interesting. That's super, super interesting. Or until she's defeated. So basically, like, if you kill her, she's gonna get it back, right? So you have to kill her 3 times, right? Like, just in her normal kit. But, like, let's say you kill another Inquisitor off to the side, she's gonna get hatred again, and you have to kill her a 4th time. Yeah, that's really good. That's a great one for 3v3. That's a really good one for 3s. I don't know if it's the best one for 5s, but we'll keep reading. Alright, Ninth Sister. At the start of the encounter, all Inquisitor allies have 200% max. What the heck is that? At the start of the encounter, all Inquisitor allies have 200% max health and are immune to ability block. That kind of makes it where it's like, it's almost like you're taking the best part of Grand Inquisitor's lead, which makes your whole team immune to ability block. That's really good. Ninth Sister deals 20% bonus true damage based on her max health. Oh my god. With her basic ability, if the target is inflicted with Purge. Dude, her basic's going to be doing some pretty decent... I mean, it's not going to be one-shotting people, but it's going to do decent damage. If an enemy has 6 stacks of Purge when Ninth Sister would be defeated for the first time, she consumes all stacks of Purge from a random enemy with 6 stacks of Purge, recovers 100% health, max protection, and removes 50% turn meter from all enemies. That's kind of interesting. Like, this is a good one. For fives, I'm not gonna lie. For 5v5, I kind of like Ninth Sister. The problem is, who do you drop off the Inquisitor team? You know what I mean? We'll keep reading. Second Sister. Whenever she deals damage to enemy, remove 20%. I mean, I would get this one. I would get this one, and use it on the Seer team. I think this is a good one. I really do. Removing turn meter is, sure, why not? And it's on a character that just kind of floats around half the time. This is also another good one for 3v3. Seventh Sister. At the start of a turn, dispel all debuffs on them. They recover 5% health for each debuff. That's kind of a waste. So, how would you do this in threes? I suppose. How would you split them? I guess you still split them up the normal way. But when it comes to fives, oh man, do we just drop Riva, like, altogether? Like, Riva's is cool, right? Because, like, I don't know. They kind of both play off each other a little bit, but I kind of like Ninth Sisters over Riva's, personally. It's not because I hate Riva, I just don't think I'm like, oh, I don't like the character. No, it's because I actually think Ninth Sisters is actually better. Now, if you run Ninth Sister under Grand Inquisitor lead, you already are immune to ability block, so you're kind of losing that one part, but 20% max, not 20, 200% max health, that's really good. That's really, really good. That's going to make them, like, I don't know, that's going to be great, in my opinion. So, I don't know, guys. Or maybe if like, for those of you that are gonna say, make the argument of running Ninth Sister under Riva, who would you drop? I guess you drop Eighth Brother. You kind of need Fifth. Fifth is kind of decent. I guess you drop Eighth and just run 2 tanks. I mean, you could always run Eighth with Seer, so I mean, I guess it's not a bad trade. Let's keep going. I'm surprised GI didn't get one. I'm a little disappointed. No GI one. Special Forces. Jesus, these ones are just getting insane. Thank God these ones at the bottom are short. Okay. I'm just gonna skim through these real quick because yeah, this is becoming a much longer video than I thought. Some of these Datacrons are just, I mean, they're Omicrons at this point, right? They're just temporary Omicrons. 100% potency for Special Forces while allied Supreme. So this one has SLKR. First Order Special Forces TIE pilot can't be defeated if SLKR is around. That's funny. So they have like the AdRad Jin synergy going on there. While First Order allies have advantage, they ignore taunt. I thought this one was going to be bad. This one's kind of good. Whenever an ally leader slot or First Order special takes damage, they have advantage. They stun enemy for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. Whenever an enemy is stunned for the first... not the first time. Enemy is stunned, the First Order Special Forces abilities gain 5% bonus damage stacking. Okay. He and the ally in the leader spot gain 10% max health until the end of the encounter. Dude, how thick are First Order gonna be? Like, for reals. And if the ally in the leader slot is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, he gains 5% ult charge. It's gonna be hard to top this one, guys. It's gonna be hard to top this one. This one's looking really good. Whenever a stunned enemy is defeated, they can't be revived. Oh my god, dude. This is literally like... We got your level 6. We got your level 3. We got another level 6 in there. Hey, let's throw a level 9 in here. Like, this has so many different, like, Datacrons already built into it for just one ability. It's kind of crazy. And the leader gets a bonus turn. Oh my god. And the ally leader in the First Order to recover. Dude. All right. I don't know if this one's gonna be beat. This one is the best, I think. Holy moly. Alright, at the start of the encounter, Foss gains 100% max health, max protection. This is a good 3v3 one already. The ally leader gains 50% armor pen and offense whenever stun expires or is dispelled from an enemy. First, Foss gains defense, tenacity stacking. Okay. And the ally gains crit damage until the end of the encounter. Whenever First Order allies critically hit, Foss gains protection up and taunts for 2 turns. Okay, so he's gonna be taunting a lot. It's good. Whenever First Order Foss uses the Order Relentless, I think that's his ability where he taunts. He also dispels all debuffs from all allies, and oh wow, so he basically his ability where he taunts, recovers health, and all that, it's now shared throughout the team. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I kind of like that. This one is nuts though, man. So here's I'll go back to this one in a second. I'll go back to this one. Let's just continue reading. Captain Phasma. Whenever an enemy is stunned, she takes a bonus turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren deals 5%. Okay, for relic. Okay. We don't need to worry about that one. This one. Here's why this one is absolutely crazy. Nowhere in here does it say if all allies are first order, right? Like, am I crazy? Did I miss that? It's just if the ally leader is SLKR. It's like if it just happens to be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Nowhere in here does it say you need a full first order team. So I mean, dude, you could run First Order Special Forces with SLKR, Daka, Zombie, and Marin. Right? Like, unless I'm missing it somewhere, but I don't see it. Kinda crazy. That is kinda crazy. This might be the best one in the set. I think this is the best one. I mean, obviously, this is an exclusive one. That one's going to be really good, but Special Forces, holy moly. I got to start taking them up in relics, that's for sure. But other than that, guys, I'm going to try to trim this video down a little bit as much as I can. It went on much longer than I thought, but I mean, at this point, CG, they're just throwing books at us and calling them Datacrons. But yeah, this looks like a pretty good set. I like the direction it's going in. Obviously, there's some exclusivity with Jar Jar and Padawan Obi-Wan, which kind of sucks. And, you know, Queen Amidala. I don't think it's Queen Amidala. I'm pretty sure it's just Padme. It might be a typo because in-game, I think she's just called Padme. I don't think she's called Padme Amidala, but I'm assuming that's the old Padme. I will be streaming my GAC later tonight. So if you guys want to stick around, it'll probably start like in like an hour or two after I upload this video. Anyways, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.